The movie opens with Walker, a corrupt homicide detective who was previously involved in a botched robbery with some friends. Their plan was to steal money and drugs, but things took a dark turn when they accidentally killed an undercover cop who was investigating the area. To cover it up, Walker stuffed the officer's body into a container and dumped it into a river. Though it's in the past, the memory continues to haunt him. In the present day, during a high-speed nighttime chase, a convoy of police cars pursues a group of 4 thieves driving a truck loaded with washing machines. Hidden inside the machines is a shipment of cocaine. The truck driver speeds through the streets, trying to outrun the cops. As a police car attempts to overtake them, the truck swerves sharply, nearly throwing one of the thieves off. He barely manages to hang on, and another thief pulls him back in. Gunfire erupts as the police open fire. The truck crashes through a fence and barrels onto the freeway, with the police still in pursuit. 2 of the thieves, Wes and another masked man, remove their masks and toss a washing machine out of the truck in an attempt to block the police. Johnny removes his mask as well, while Charlie and Mia ride in the front. Meanwhile, officers Vincent and Hayes arrive to support Jake and Cortez. Cortez is severely injured and struggling to breathe. Hayes immediately calls for an ambulance. Elsewhere, Walker is at a store shopping for Christmas gifts for his daughter. After paying, he calls his ex-wife to tell her he has a surprise gift for Emmy and asks if he can drop it off himself. She declines, claiming that Emmy is already asleep, though it's clear she's lying. In another part of the city, Officer Ellie is at an apartment door, trying to gain entry. A man opens it, and Ellie realizes he's been abusing his wife. She demands he let her in. As Walker arrives to assist, Ellie throws the man down the stairs, and Walker helps cuff him. The woman confirms that the man assaulted her and begs the officers to arrest him. Later that night, the gang of thieves arrives at a hideout to deliver the stolen cocaine to Sui, the head of a triad syndicate. They're trying to settle Mia's debt. Wes is shaken by the night's events, but Charlie reassures him, saying once Mia's debt is paid, everything that follows is on him. Charlie tells the others to stay in the car while he and Mia go inside to make the delivery. They're escorted in by Ching, Sui's disgruntled lieutenant. Sui is impressed with their delivery. He dismisses Ching, wanting a private conversation with Charlie and Mia. Meanwhile, Johnny, still outside, sees a car pull up. Inside is a masked gang. Ching steps out, notices the vehicle, and receives a signal from the masked men. He's secretly in league with them. The masked men begin readying their weapons. Sensing danger, Mia becomes suspicious when she sees Ching walking away. Johnny calls to warn her and Charlie to get out immediately, just as the front guard is killed. At the same time, Walker and Ellie are driving and discussing the earlier arrest. Ellie asks if Walker bought his daughter a gift, to which he responds vaguely. Suddenly, Walker receives a code red alert about the hideout. He quickly changes course and heads there. Upon arrival, they're briefed by another officer. The suspects fled upstairs through a restaurant, then escaped in a car. CCTV footage is being reviewed to trace their route. Walker investigates the crime scene, discovering a massacre. Sui and his men are all dead. He analyzes how the attackers entered and the method used to kill Sui. Another officer informs Walker that his friend Cortez is in surgery, shocking Walker, who had not been updated. Ellie arrives and finds a broken piece of a mask believed to belong to one of the attackers. She shows Walker a surveillance clip revealing Charlie and Mia at the crime scene, both armed with pistols. However, the officers doubt they could have caused such extensive damage alone, especially with only handguns. Evidence suggests high-powered assault weapons were used. They inspect a staircase riddled with bullet holes and discover a blood trail, indicating someone escaped. Walker tells Ellie to contact every ICU in the area, warning them they're likely looking for a wounded Asian male. Walker later meets with Lawrence Beaumont, a wealthy real estate tycoon, mayoral candidate, and father of Charlie. At first, Lawrence is glad to see Walker. Walker brings up Charlie and asks if he's been in contact with him. Lawrence replies that he hasn't spoken to Charlie since his wife passed away. Walker then reveals that Charlie was caught on CCTV at a recent crime scene and shows him the footage. Shocked and defensive, Lawrence insists there's no way Charlie could have killed anyone, but Walker admits he's unsure. Either way, Charlie is now entangled in the case. Lawrence asks Walker how to get Charlie out of trouble. Walker tells him that, at the moment, there's nothing he can do. Frustrated, Lawrence threatens to expose Walker's past crimes with his old crew. He then asks what it would take to make the problem disappear. Walker offers a deal. He'll find Charlie and bring him back, but in return, Lawrence must take Charlie and leave town for good. If they disappear and never return, they'll be even, and their business together will be finished. Lawrence agrees and tells Walker to find his son. The next day, Sui's mother, a senior triad member known as Mother, arrives at the mortuary, accompanied by a team of assassins, to see her son's body. Later, she meets with Ching. Without hesitation, she pulls out a gun, kills all of Ching's guards, and demands to know who murdered her son. Pressured, Ching claims it was Charlie and also reveals Charlie's connection to his father, Lawrence. Furious, Mother threatens to kill Ching if he doesn't find out who was truly responsible. Meanwhile, Walker begins tracking down leads to locate Charlie and Mia. He follows one lead to a guard who escaped the hideout massacre. Walker catches him as he attempts to flee and starts interrogating him with the help of a doctor acting as translator. When asked if he worked for Sui, the guard confirms. Walker shows him Charlie's photo, and the guard says he recognizes him and has seen him with Sui. However, when asked if Charlie killed Sui, the guard insists it was 3 demons, referring to the masked assailants. Walker, unconvinced and frustrated by the vague information, decides to leave. As soon as he exits, the doctor kills the guard, ensuring no more information leaks. Later, Walker visits the hospital to check on Cortez. There, he meets fellow officers Hayes, Jake, and Vincent. Vincent questions if Walker is doing all right. Walker responds calmly, but Vincent warns him he won't get Charlie away with what he and his crew did to Cortez. Ignoring the threat, Walker heads to Cortez's room. Inside, he meets Cortez's partner, Angie. Walker asks about Cortez's condition, and Angie shares the grim news. The doctors aren't sure if he'll survive. Walker tries to comfort her, assuring her that Cortez will pull through. Angie then reveals that the night before, Cortez was drifting in and out of consciousness and kept talking about a past incident involving the 5 of them: Walker, Vincent, Hayes, Jake, and himself, something they shouldn't have done, but that Walker took the fall for. Walker acknowledges the memory and insists that whatever happened is between him and Vincent, not Cortez. Suddenly, a nurse arrives and asks to speak with Angie privately. Meanwhile, Mia meets her uncle Raul while Charlie, wounded, rests nearby. Raul confronts Mia about the situation. She explains they had no choice. Sui would have killed them if they hadn't followed his orders. Raul informs her that Sui is dead. He tells Mia he'll prepare paperwork to help her escape the country, and it will be easier if she leaves alone. With no other option, Mia agrees. Raul gives her a phone and instructs her not to call him. He'll contact her instead. In the car, Raul tells her the passports will be ready by evening. She then drives away with Charlie. Back at the police station, Walker meets with his rookie partner, Ellie, who has new information. She tells him the shooters wore masks and that she's already run a blood test on one of them. Suddenly, their captain arrives and informs Walker that Ellie will no longer be working with him due to her withholding information, specifically that she recognized Charlie in the surveillance footage and didn't report it. The captain then instructs Ellie to report to Richardson, who will now be leading the case. Walker approaches Ellie and apologizes for lying to her. He then asks her to share the information she has on Mia. Ellie complies, giving him details about Mia and also mentioning her uncle. Later that day, while stuck in traffic, a group of assassins on motorcycles, sent by Sui's mother, arrive to kidnap Lawrence. Lawrence is in a car with his team, and a woman inside tells him they need to get to the safe house. Frustrated by the traffic, Lawrence insists he won't leave without his son. Just then, 2 bikers pull up in front of the car while others attack from behind, killing the driver. When the woman attempts to flee, she is immediately gunned down. As the assassins prepare to kill Lawrence, he receives a phone call from Clarice, Sui's mother, who informs him that she's coming for his son in retaliation for Sui's death. Lawrence is then abducted by the assassins. Meanwhile, Walker arrives at a scrapyard in search of Mia. Raul spots him and rushes inside to hide Mia's passport, but Walker catches him and seizes the passport. He interrogates Raul about Mia's whereabouts, but Raul claims she left without disclosing her destination. Walker warns him that Mia won't survive without help and coerces him into arranging a passport handoff at a nightclub that evening. Suddenly, a police officer arrives. Walker forces Raul to unlock his phone and takes it. Before leaving, he instructs Raul to act like he never met or spoke with him. Outside, police detain Raul while Walker slips away. Back on the train, Sui's mother confronts Ching, asking where he was during her son's murder. Ching lies, saying Sui asked him to leave so he could speak with Mia and Charlie privately. When she asks who Mia is, Ching explains that she stole Sui's car and was later forced to work off her debt. A guard then brings in Wes, who claims he was in the car when the incident occurred and wants to clear his name. He tells them he knows where Mia will be that night and offers to lead them to her. Sui's mother releases him. Mia later receives a message instructing her to pick up her passport at a nightclub. As she heads there, Walker tails her and enters the club. Spotting her upstairs, he approaches, but Mia tries to flee. He grabs her and demands to know where Charlie is. Mia refuses to talk, but Walker offers her double the money and her passport in exchange for information. Mia, Angered, tells him to leave. Just then, Vincent, Hayes, and Jake enter. Mia immediately recognizes Vincent as Suey's killer. Mia tries to escape, but Walker tells her to stay behind him. Vincent, Hayes, and Jake confront them upstairs, claiming they just want to talk to Mia. Walker refuses to let them near her. Suddenly, assassins sent by Suey's mother arrive, escalating the confrontation into a massive shootout. Vincent tries to negotiate, but is shoved into a wall. A brutal fight breaks out as everyone scrambles to survive. Mia defends herself with a knife, killing one attacker. Jake is badly wounded, while Vincent continues fighting. Mia and Walker fend off attackers together. Jake tries to grab Mia, but is beaten back. Vincent shoots an assassin just as Charlie, Johnny, and Raul arrive, calling for Mia. Walker provides cover fire, allowing them to reach her. Walker tells Charlie that his father wants him safe and insists on taking him. As they try to flee, Raul is shot. Charlie returns fire but is dragged away by Walker. Vincent and Hayes pursue them, but Hayes is killed by an assassin. Two cops arrive and attempt to arrest the group, pinning Johnny against a wall. Another wave of assassins kills both cops and Johnny. Walker escapes with Charlie while Raul throws Mia out of the room, shutting the door behind him to sacrifice himself. The assassins shoot him repeatedly. Meanwhile, Walker battles Vincent. Charlie breaks open a door, and they flee the building. Outside, as they approach a car, Wes, now a hostage, calls out to Charlie. Forced to abandon him, Charlie gets in the car. Walker prepares to drive off as a lead assassin opens fire. Walker retaliates while Vincent and Jake join the attack. They barely manage to escape. As the police sirens approach, the assassin flees and kills Wes. Vincent and Jake surrender to police, with Jake flashing their IDs. Walker later calls Ellie, revealing that Vincent, Hayes, and Jake were never in pursuit during the truck chase. They were after the cocaine and were responsible for Suey's death. He urges Ellie to visit Cortez at the hospital before it's too late, insisting Cortez may reveal the truth if he's involved. Ellie agrees and heads out. Meanwhile, Ching arrives at the hospital while talking to Vincent, who informs him Mia and Charlie escaped. Ching says the escape wasn't due to his men and instructs Vincent to find them before the assassins do. Vincent mentions he has the cocaine, but Ching tells him Suey was the buyer, and he no longer wants it. Vincent, furious, threatens Ching. Just then, Ching runs into Cortez's wife. Vincent pressures Ching to complete their deal within an hour. Ching agrees, stating he's already at the hospital to kill Cortez. Ellie arrives at the hospital and demands to see Cortez. She spots Ching on the surveillance footage armed with a gun. Urging the receptionist to alert security, the alarm soon blares. Ching kills the guards and finally kills Cortez. As his wife arrives, he holds her at gunpoint, making her witness the death. Ellie confronts Ching, urging him to surrender. Ching throws Cortez's wife at Ellie and shoots her. Ellie retaliates, and a fierce gunfight ensues. Ellie shoots Ching, then cuffs him and drives off with him in custody. Walker takes Charlie and Mia to his father's old cabin outside the city. He calls Lawrence to inform him of their location, unaware that Suey's mother has Lawrence's phone. Realizing he's been captured, Walker grows concerned. That night, Ellie visits Walker's ex-wife, Helena, to learn his whereabouts. Helena reveals the cabin's location near the lake. In a car, Suey's mother sits with Lawrence, vowing to avenge her son and hoping Lawrence will do the same. Ellie forces Ching to call Vincent and arrange a cocaine drop-off. Vincent and Jake show up, but are quickly surrounded by Ellie, who orders them to drop their weapons. Back at the cabin, Walker prepares for battle. Charlie tells him that he and Mia are leaving and want no part in reconnecting with Lawrence. Suddenly, triads track them down and launch an all-out assault. A gunfight erupts. Walker throws Mia a gun, and she fights back, shooting enemies. Charlie joins in, taking out multiple assailants. Walker eliminates attackers in close quarters and secures the underground route. They attempt to flee but are ambushed. Walker and Charlie fight fiercely. When two assassins try to abduct Mia, Charlie kills them. However, Mia is dragged out as Charlie is restrained. Walker confronts the lead assassin in a brutal fight. Though she initially overpowers him, Walker kills her with a bolt from his arrow gun. Suey's mother arrives with Lawrence, still believing Charlie killed her son. She hands Lawrence a gun with one bullet, demanding he play Russian roulette with Mia. Charlie steps in, offering himself instead. Just as Lawrence prepares to shoot, Ellie arrives with Ching, Vincent, and Jake in custody. She exposes them as Suey's real killers. Jake breaks free and tries to shoot Charlie, but Lawrence takes the bullet, dying in his son's arms. Ching and his loyal triad members kill Suey's mother and her guards. Ching wounds Vincent, but Vincent kills him and escapes with the cocaine. Walker chases after him. Ellie and Jake fight. Jake nearly kills Ellie, but Charlie shoots him in revenge. Vincent attempts to escape by train but is shot by Walker. After a final exchange, Walker kills him. With police closing in, Ellie lets Charlie and Mia go. She tends to the gravely wounded Walker, who urges her to arrest him. She refuses. As the police arrive, Walker stares ahead, his fate uncertain. The movie ends. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe.